I never believed in second chances, not after what happened to Emma. She was my first love, the kind that burns too bright and leaves nothing but ashes when it's gone. 3 years have passed since the night she disappeared. No goodbye, no explanation, just a message that said, "I'll always be near, even if you can't see me." I thought she meant it metaphorically, until the night I met Claire. It was raining hard in Seattle, the kind of rain that makes the streets look like glass. I ducked into a small antique store to get away from the storm. The place smelled like old wood, forgotten stories, and candle wax. And there she was, standing by an ornate mirror framed in dark mahogany, her fingers tracing its edge as if it whispered to her. When she turned, our eyes met. There was something achingly familiar in her gaze, a softness that tugged at the corners of my memory. "You look like you've seen a ghost," she said with a half smile. "Maybe I have," I replied before I could stop myself. We started talking about art, about loss, about the strange comfort of rainy nights. Claire said she'd just moved to the city, starting over after a breakup that left her hollow. Her voice trembled slightly when she spoke, as if every word carried a shadow of something she didn't want to remember. I understood that feeling all too well. When I looked into that old mirror behind her, I swore for a second I saw 2 reflections, hers and another woman's, standing closer than she should have been. I blinked and it was gone. We left the shop together when the rain eased. She offered to walk me home and I didn't say no. There was warmth in her presence, a strange pull like gravity. That night we talked for hours about past lives, about love that never really dies. I told her about Emma, and she listened in silence. When I finished, she whispered, "Sometimes souls find each other again, just in different forms." Her words stayed with me. Days turned into weeks. Claire and I grew closer, and the world began to feel alive again. She had this way of looking at me, as if she already knew me, as if she'd been waiting. But sometimes, in quiet moments, I'd catch her staring into mirrors, her expression distant, almost mournful. Once I asked her what she saw. "Maybe, a past I'm still trying to remember," she said softly. One evening she invited me to her apartment, a cozy place filled with candles, paintings, and that same mirror from the antique shop. "I couldn't leave it behind," she said. We sat together on the floor, surrounded by flickering light. I told her I was scared, of losing again, of loving again. She reached out, touching my cheek gently. "You won't lose me," she whispered. "Not this time." Then she kissed me, slow, trembling, as if our souls were relearning something they once knew. The air shifted. The candles flickered violently. And for a brief heartbeat I saw her, Emma's reflection in the mirror, smiling through tears. I froze, but Claire didn't move away. Her touch was warm, real, grounding. "Do you see her too?" she asked quietly. I nodded. "She's been with us all along," Claire said. "Maybe love doesn't end. It just finds a new way to exist." Tears rolled down my face. I didn't know whether to feel peace or fear, but all I could do was hold her. The rain started again outside, tapping softly against the windows, like a familiar rhythm. That night I fell asleep in her arms, the mirror standing silently across the room, reflecting not one love lost, but 2 souls finally finding their way home.